You guys, Mikayla said that she is going on a date tonight and she made a TikTok with said date. Maybe. I mean, she posted a video where a guy seems to be grabbing her waist. People in the comments are like, is that Cody? Now, I don't know if it is or if it's a new person she's going on a date with, but people are like, what is going on? Because less than a month ago, she posted her "you're gonna want to sit down for this" video where she revealed to her followers that her and Cody are getting a divorce. She said that it had been a thing.
Not Mikayla Nogueira soft launching a new man in her life less than a month after announcing her divorce. This truly took me by surprise.
Just last month, before she publicly announced her divorce, Mikayla went on camera and told her audience that she had completely lost herself. She admitted that the influencer lifestyle had pulled her so far in that she barely recognized who she had become anymore. According to her, reconnecting with an old friend from high school opened her eyes. That friend apparently made her realize just how disconnected she had become from reality and from the people who originally supported her online. During that video, she promised that big changes were coming. Mikayla said she understood that her audience didn't want to see constant luxury shopping hauls anymore. She even claimed she would start hiding the brands she was using because, in her words, people didn't want her constantly pushing products. That explanation raised a lot of eyebrows. Because let's be real for a second, most viewers weren't upset about hearing brand names. The real issue people had been bringing up for a long time was the lack of clear disclosure when something was an advertisement. That's what frustrated people, not the fact that she mentioned a product. So when she framed it like viewers simply didn't want to hear about brands at all, some people felt like she was twisting the narrative. Critics started saying it looked more like an attempt to play the victim, almost like she hoped the comments would fill up with fans saying, "No, tell us what you're using," which would then make it seem justified when promotions started appearing again. Still, despite all that skepticism, there was this tiny little piece of hope sitting deep down in the back of some viewers' minds. A small part that wondered if maybe, just maybe, this time the change would actually be real. That brief moment of optimism about Mikayla changing? Yeah. That's officially gone. Whatever shift people thought might happen didn't even last 3 weeks before everything snapped right back into the exact same routine. The turnaround was so quick that calling it falling back into old habits almost doesn't fit. These weren't old habits returning. It's just the same pattern she's always had, repeating itself again. Right after her divorce announcement, Mikayla turned off her comments for a while. And during that time, the content appearing on her page started looking very familiar. Sponsorship after sponsorship kept popping up, the exact kind of posts she had just told viewers she was stepping away from. And this is where things get even more awkward. During the very video where she explained that things would be changing, there was already a sponsored post filmed right in the middle of it. Yes, really. She paused filming, recorded a promotional segment for NARS, and then continued the video where she talked about not wanting to push products anymore. Now, to be fair, maybe that brand deal had already been scheduled before she filmed the video about losing herself and wanting to rethink her content. That's possible. Brand contracts are usually arranged ahead of time, so there's a chance it was already locked in. But still, timing matters. Presentation matters. If someone is about to tell their audience they're stepping back from heavy promotions, maybe don't film the sponsored content during the same recording session. Change outfits, film it on another day, do something to make it less obvious. Because the way it played out made the whole moment feel a little staged, and the nonstop sponsorships were only the beginning of the latest situation. Not long after the divorce news, Mikayla decided to take a trip to Las Vegas with a group of friends she calls the Goofy Goobers. Once that trip started, viewers were suddenly seeing exactly the kind of content she claimed people were tired of. Luxury shopping hauls. The weekend started with a big birthday moment where Mikayla treated one of her friends to a luxury shopping spree. To be fair, that part alone wouldn't necessarily count as a haul since it was meant as a birthday gift. That could have just been a generous gesture. But it didn't stop there. While they were out shopping, Mikayla also picked up plenty for herself. Shoes, purses, clothing, more bags. Purchases that immediately made viewers question whether that big change speech was ever serious to begin with. The shopping spree didn't end there either. After hitting multiple luxury stores, Mikayla wrapped up the day by taking herself and her friends to Cartier to get friendship bracelets. Yes, Cartier. Because apparently a regular souvenir just wouldn't do. And of course, Mikayla didn't walk out with the same bracelet as everyone else. While her friends picked the simpler versions, she chose the fully iced out one, the most expensive option in the store. Reports say that bracelet alone cost around $83,000, which immediately had people online doing double takes when they heard the number. After heading back to the hotel, Mikayla decided to film a haul for TikTok showing everything she had purchased. And here's where viewers really started raising their eyebrows. The same audience that had been telling her for months they were tired of luxury hauls was now being told something else entirely. Her response was basically that if people didn't like luxury hauls, they could just scroll past the video.
This is everything I got shopping in Vegas. Now, if you don't like shopping hauls, my biggest piece of advice is to not watch the video. If it's going to upset you, scroll. I'm giving you a second to scroll. All right, let me show you guys what I got.
That comment didn't sit well with a lot of viewers, especially because this wasn't just one nice purchase during a Vegas trip. The spending throughout that haul looked massive. The total value of the items she showed quickly climbed into numbers that most people would never spend in a single year. One of the purchases alone reportedly cost $12,300. Another item was about $3,950, and the explanation behind it left people even more confused. It was essentially a small luxury accessory designed to hold one lipstick, just one. Mikayla explained that she carries lipstick often, so she wanted something special for it. But for many viewers, the math wasn't adding up. Spending what could be 2 months of rent for some people just to carry a single lipstick inside a designer holder didn't exactly feel relatable. And that wasn't even the end of the haul. While exact product links weren't always easy to track down, similar items online appear to cost around $2,000 each. And Mikayla showed multiple pairs along with several other shoes, clothing pieces, and accessories from Chanel. When people started estimating the total, many believed the haul alone likely crossed the $50,000 mark. And remember, that number doesn't even include the $83,000 Cartier bracelet. At one point during the trip, Mikayla and her friends also stopped inside Louis Vuitton and picked up matching shoes together. Moments like that added even more to the already massive shopping total. Now, technically speaking, it's her money. She can spend it however she wants. No one is arguing that point. But when the audience that helped build that lifestyle has been saying for a long time that they're tired of the luxury hauls, and then they hear emotional videos about how she lost herself and drifted away from who she used to be, the timing starts raising some serious questions. Not long ago, Mikayla literally asked her audience for feedback. She wanted to know what people actually wanted to see from her moving forward. The responses were pretty clear. A lot of viewers said the same thing. They were tired of the non-stop luxury content and wanted something more real. And then, only a few weeks later, the Vegas haul happened. Suddenly, the message shifted to, if you don't like it, just scroll. That kind of response left many people confused. Because if you ask your audience for their opinion and then immediately dismiss it, what was the point of asking in the first place? Honestly, it leaves people wondering how she still has such a loyal fan base. The reaction online has been intense. Whenever criticism pops up, her supporters often jump in with the same defense, claiming that anyone calling this out is just jealous. But jealous of what exactly? Jealous of constant overconsumption? Jealous of watching someone buy more and more items they clearly don't need? For a lot of viewers, it doesn't come across as something to envy. If anything, some people say it feels a little sad to watch. The endless shopping, the piles of luxury items, the constant spending. It gives the impression that something deeper might be going on behind the scenes. Because when shopping starts looking less like enjoyment and more like a coping mechanism, people start asking questions. Some viewers have even said it feels like Mikayla might be trying to fill a bigger emotional gap with expensive purchases. Meanwhile, another detail that hasn't gone unnoticed is the way she handled her comment section. Since announcing her divorce, most of her videos had comments turned off, except for a small number of select accounts. Weeks passed like that. Now the comments are back on again, but the timing raised some eyebrows. They returned right as she started promoting a brand new product. Mikayla recently revealed that she's launching a perfume collaboration with a brand called Sniff, and the promotional push has been everywhere. For days straight, she's been posting about it, building hype around the fragrance. But the early reactions online have been very mixed. A lot of people are focused on the packaging first. Several viewers said the bottle design looks surprisingly cheap for something coming from such a high-profile influencer. One comment that got attention said, "Packaging looks so cheap, I was expecting a pretty bottle. Perfume bottles are what sell a perfume." There's also been some chatter about the scent itself. One influencer who received the perfume early shared their opinion and said it smelled like straight-up Glade. Not exactly the glowing review you'd want during a launch week. Some people even joked that if the scent really does remind them of air freshener, at least there might be a very affordable alternative somewhere for $4.99. But longtime viewers think there may be another pattern at play here. Over the years, many people have noticed that whenever Mikayla is about to launch something new, some kind of headline-grabbing situation suddenly appears that gets everyone talking about her again. The divorce conversation had already cooled down by this point, so suddenly another topic entered the picture. Mikayla started mentioning that she was going on a date only weeks after announcing the end of her marriage. And one detail caught people's attention immediately. She didn't say first date. She simply said date. That wording made some viewers wonder if this might not actually be the first time she's seen this person, especially because the outing she described sounded more elaborate than a typical casual first meetup.
So apparently everyone's guessing that Mikayla went on a date with Corey. I'm sorry, who's Corey? Also, we did get a date update and Mikayla says it was like the best date of her life. But before we get into that, let's talk about Corey. I don't know what is wrong with people in the comment section, but everyone's like, oh, she's on a date with Corey. Like at first I thought it was like one person just making an easy mistake. I guess it's Corey, they said. But then I see way more comments, guys. I think it's Corey. This comment, why does everyone keep calling him Corey? Did I fall into some parallel universe where her husband's name was Corey? This comment section is on one. Okay, so Mikayla is gushing about this date in her new video.
What makes the timing more complicated is that in her divorce announcement, Mikayla had specifically asked for privacy for both herself and Cody. She told viewers she hoped people wouldn't speculate or try to tear them apart while they were processing everything, but then things got even more confusing. On one hand, Mikayla asked people not to speculate about her divorce. She said she wanted privacy and didn't want the internet digging into what happened between her and Cody. But then she turned around and posted a video saying something like, "Oh my God, if you guys knew the tea, if you knew the lore, your jaws would hit the floor." Now think about that for a second. When someone says something like that online, what do you expect people to do? Of course, people are going to start talking. It's basically giving the internet a tiny hint, a little breadcrumb, and then asking everyone not to follow it. So the message started to feel mixed. On one side, she's asking viewers not to dig into the situation. On the other side, she's teasing that there's some huge story behind the scenes that people would be shocked to hear. That kind of thing naturally gets people curious. There was also another moment in the video where Mikayla talked about how she's trying to move forward instead of staying stuck in sadness. And honestly, there's some truth in that. At a certain point, people do reach a stage where they realize staying in bed and replaying the situation over and over won't change anything. Life keeps moving whether we're ready or not. So in that sense, some viewers actually agreed with her perspective. Sometimes the healthiest step is deciding to stand up, refocus, and start rebuilding your routine again. But what really set the internet off was what she revealed next. In the same conversation, Mikayla casually mentioned that she was going on a date. Considering the divorce announcement had only happened weeks earlier, the reaction online was immediate. The clip started spreading everywhere and reportedly pulled in millions of views within the first hour. The comments section quickly filled with mixed reactions. Some people felt it was simply too soon. One viewer wrote, "Girl, it's been like 3 weeks." Another said, "Wow, that was fast, especially for someone grieving." Someone else added, "Wait, didn't you just break up? I'm confused." But not everyone was critical. Some people tried to offer advice instead. One commenter wrote, "I say this with respect and love, be by yourself for a while. Enjoy your own company. It's actually very healing." Mikayla responded to that by saying, "I've been alone for months, I'm good." That reply sparked another wave of conversation. Because for many people, a few months still feels like a very short amount of time when a full marriage has just ended. Relationships, especially serious ones, usually leave behind a lot of emotional layers that take time to process. Of course, the truth is that outsiders rarely know the full story. No one on the internet truly knows what happened between Mikayla and Cody or what their timeline looked like behind closed doors. It's possible things had been falling apart long before the public announcement happened. Some people process a breakup while they're still in the relationship, and by the time it officially ends, they've already done most of the grieving. Others feel completely fine at first, and then months later, the emotions finally catch up with them. Everyone moves through these situations differently. Personally, some viewers said that if Cody was the one who ended the relationship, then moving forward and meeting new people could make sense. In that situation, the mindset becomes about finding someone who will appreciate you and value the relationship. But if Mikayla was the one who ended things, some people admitted the timing of posting about a new date so quickly afterward felt a little uncomfortable to watch. To be clear, no one is saying Mikayla shouldn't date. She's free to move on with her life. But a lot of people are asking a different question. Whatever happened to keeping some parts of your personal life private? Not every detail has to become content for the internet. Not every moment needs to turn into a video for millions of people to analyze. That's where some viewers are getting uncomfortable. When every small update becomes a teaser or a post, it starts to feel less like real life and more like a storyline being played out online. The timeline of everything has also confused a lot of people. One commenter pointed out that in her divorce announcement, Mikayla said they had actually separated last year. But then viewers started remembering some recent posts that didn't quite match that claim. Around Christmas, Mikayla was sharing videos where Cody looked very affectionate with her. In those clips, he had his arms around her and everything appeared completely normal. That didn't exactly give the impression of a couple that had already been separated for months. Then there was the gift situation. Cody reportedly gave her a watch worth around $30,000 during the holidays. For many viewers, that raised questions. Buying such an expensive gift for someone who is supposedly already your ex doesn't exactly scream long-term separation. And the speculation only grew after Mikayla posted another clip where a man can be seen pulling her close. His face wasn't shown, which instantly sent the internet into detective mode. Some people believed the man might actually be Cody and that they could be quietly trying to fix their relationship. Others thought it looked like Manny MUA, especially since Manny also posted a "Get Ready With Me" video about going on a date around the same time. Manny even leaned into the joke by posting a video saying something like, "Me convincing Mikayla to go on a date with me now that she's single." But many viewers think the mystery itself might be the real strategy. While people were refreshing her page looking for updates about the date, Mikayla suddenly posted another sponsorship. And interestingly, it was reportedly the same sponsorship she had briefly uploaded earlier, deleted, and then reposted once the date videos started getting attention. Some of the claims in that sponsorship also raised eyebrows. In the video, Mikayla criticized traditional washcloths, suggesting they're somehow bad to use. That surprised a lot of viewers, considering washcloths are reusable and can be cleaned easily in a washing machine with hot water. Meanwhile, the product she was promoting was disposable wipes, the kind that eventually end up sitting in landfills. For many people watching, that comparison didn't make much sense. It gave the impression that the goal wasn't really about what's better for people or the environment, but simply about promoting whatever product was part of the sponsorship deal. And when you look at the timing of the posts, things start to feel even more strategic. Before the dating videos were posted, one of Mikayla's recent sponsorships struggled to reach even 1 million views. But after the mystery date clips went viral, the next sponsorship she uploaded suddenly reached around 2.3 million views. That's a huge jump in engagement. That's also why some viewers think she mentioned her new perfume collaboration during those same date night videos, calling it the perfect date night scent. Interestingly, the fragrance itself is described more like a beachy summer perfume, which made the placement feel a little forced. The promotion continued the next day too, with another post about the perfume. To some viewers, the pattern seemed clear. Build curiosity, create a moment everyone talks about, and then drop the product promotion while all eyes are on the page. Even the comments section added to the speculation. One person wrote, "Not gonna lie, your marketing is genius. This feels like a merch or brand collab drop." Mikayla liked the comment and replied, "You don't know the full story," with a smirking emoji. Another commenter said, "I think I know what you're doing and I love it." And Mikayla responded, "Of course I do." Moments like that made some people believe this entire situation could be leading up to another collaboration or product launch in the beauty space. At the end of the day, it leaves a lot of viewers wondering the same thing. Has anything actually changed, or was that emotional video from a few weeks ago just another part of the strategy? What do you think about everything happening right now? Do you think this is all just clever marketing? Or do you believe Mikayla really is trying to turn things around? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, and share the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.